There's an article out in the New York Times today. It doesn't matter that it's in the New York Times. It doesn't even matter what the article is, about how kids are in crisis, about how kids have had a brutal 2 years. Kids are psychologically being attacked. And you've seen these articles. They're all over the place right now. Let's have a hard talk. And this is going to be a difficult talk for some. America's kids are not in crisis. They always sell these articles this way. America's kids, America's children. It's been a brutal pandemic for America's kids. No. Blue areas? No, it's been brutal for your kids. My kids, every kid in my area, they were in school, in-person learning last year during the height of the pandemic. They were in school, sitting by other kids, playing at recess, learning from a teacher at the front of the class. Parents, move. And I understand there are situations that don't allow you to move. Maybe you're taking care of your mom. She's not moving. Maybe you have a job you can't possibly replicate somewhere. I don't know your reasons. Fine. If it doesn't apply to you, don't apply it to you. That's a great rule for life. If you can, move. And when I tell people to move, and I tell people to balkanize, separate yourself from these communists, this is what I'll get a lot of. I'm not retreating. I'm going to stay and fight for my state. And I'll be honest, I admire that. I respect it. We need more fighters out there. Good for you. But if you're a parent right now, you're signing your kids up for that fight too. Your kids are going to take casualties during that little war you're fighting. Think about that. I'm staying and I'm fighting. Okay, well, your 12-year-old is either learning from home or he's at school with a mask on his face, sitting 10 feet away from other kids. I'm glad you're fighting. How's that working out for your child? My kids are doing great the last 2 years. Every kid in my area is doing fine. Like I said, happy, healthy, doing good. Get out. Move out. Separate yourself from the communists. And you know, I've been telling you this a long time. Balkanize. Get yourself separated. And because I've been saying it for so long on my TV show and on my radio show, I get a ton of emails from people. Tons of emails from people. And you know, I get all kinds of emails. As you can imagine, I get a bunch of death threats and stuff like that. It's all fine. But I get emails of all kinds, right? Good, bad, Jesse, I love you, Jesse. I hate you, Jesse. I'm coming to kill you. All the normal stuff. To this day, of the thousands, tens of thousands I've gotten, I've never had one email from a person who moved from a blue area to a red area and regretted it. Never one email. I have tons, more than you could ever count, of people. I moved from New York to here and it's great. I moved from California to here and it's great. I moved from here to here. Best decision I ever made. Jesse, thank you so much. Jesse, we're so much happier. Jesse, my kids haven't worn a mask in 2 years. Jesse, everyone's so friendly here. I know you might not be in a situation where you can do that. I get it. And I understand also this. Moving can be intimidating for people. I get that too. I moved around a ton as a kid. I've moved around a bunch as an adult, every different job I've had. But I'll tell you this, don't underestimate yourself if you're thinking about moving. What if I can't find a new job? Do you have a good job where you are? Good, that means you're talented. You'll find a new job where you're going. But the kids, they're friends. There are more kids where you're going. If your kids have friends where they are, they'll make friends where they're going. Don't underestimate yourself. If you're at all able to do so, pack up your stuff, leave your hellscape of a blue area and move to a red area and enjoy the rest of your life and allow your kids to have some semblance of a childhood. Look at this from the Today Show. These people aren't about to let your children go.
What's the recommendation for our youngest learners?
Okay, so we talked to Dr. John Torres about this because I actually just sent my kids out the door this morning, minutes ago, with 2 masks. He says obviously the KN95 and N95 are the most effective, but it can be really hard to find them in small kid sizes. And also to keep them on your kids all day, they're not the most comfortable. So the second best option is to make sure you have a kid-size surgical mask. And by the way, look at what a difference the kid-size mask is from the adult size. So you really want to make sure you have one that fits your child's face. And you want to layer the cloth mask over that mask. So the surgical mask goes on first, and then the cloth mask.
Don't do that to your child. In fact, take that mask your kid has, take that mask, and then crumple it up in a little wad and chuck it in the trash. Stop putting masks on your children. If you're in a place where they force masks on your children, put your home for sale, pack it up, and move so they can have some kind of a life. Unless, of course, you would like Randy Weingarten to continue to guide your child's education.
In terms of vaccines, I think what Gavin Newsom did in California is really the best model, which is that the semester after they go from emergency use to full authorization, and the FDA has done everything that they need to do. That's what California has said. That is the semester that they become mandatory. But
and you
right
support
now,
that nationally?
And I personally support that. The union hasn't taken a position on that.
Why
but
not?
Personally, I support that. And, because we haven't, our California Federation has, and they support it. And, generally, I believe that we will take that position and support.
Mandatory. You want that person guiding your kids? No? Get out. Move someplace better. Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.